Merry Christmas to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to News Tonight. My name is Micheal Lukomwa. Elizabeth Nakakon is also here. Let's start with a look at the top stories that we have for you this evening. Four former speakers of parliament get new cars worth 700 million shillings with amenities. Parties in the January 2024 non-aligned movement and G77 Summit on test practice. Taxi Operators Federation to meet Ministry of Transport officials on Christmas festival transport fares. While 49 drivers confirm competing in the final 2023 National Rally Championship at Busika track. Yes, it's News Tonight. Thank you so much for joining, and let's start right away. President Yoweri Museveni, in our first story, has today met and held discussions with the delegation from Azerbaijan, led by the Special Envoy and Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yashin Rafael. In the meeting held at State House in Tebe, the Azerbaijan delegation briefed the President about the preparations for the forthcoming non-aligned movement summit. Uganda will host the 19th NAM Heads of State and Government Summit, a forum of 120 member states from 15th to the 20th of January 2024, where President Museveni will take over from Azerbaijan President Ilham Aliyev to lead the second biggest group of countries after the United Nations. The meeting was attended by Uganda's ambassador and permanent representative to the UN, Adonia Yoweri, among other officials. Simon Mundei, the immigration spokesperson, has stated that all officers operating on the borders between Uganda and Congo have been informed about the lifting of visa requirements for travelers within the two countries. This will enable Congolese to easily cross into Uganda and vice versa, facilitating smooth operations. As Ivan Kahwa reports, the visa requirement is set to end this year.
Effective January 1st, 2024, Ugandans and Congolese will enjoy unrestricted movement between the two nations without visa charges or requirements. Immigration spokesperson Simon Mundei says this will facilitate flow of people, goods and services across border points and reflects the joint resolution of Uganda and Congo to reciprocate the principle of unrestricted movement.
So following the above agreement, Cabinet Minute 374 2023 considered the matter, and it was resolved to remove the visa requirement for Ugandan and Congolese nationals to enter and exit the Democratic Republic of Congo and Republic of Uganda respectively. So the Ministry of Internal Affairs is now ready to implement this directive, of course starting 1st of January 2024. We have made communications to all our border points across that entire stretch of Congo and Uganda, and we expect that the directive will be put in action.
Meanwhile, all delegates accredited for the non-aligned movement and the G77 plus China summits will be exempted from paying visas to enter Uganda during these events, while those not accredited but accompanying guests are required to apply for visa.
And as the ministry, we are very ready for the guests. We shall serve them with a smile. We have boosted numbers of immigration officers. All the newly appointed immigration officers, 57 in number, have been deployed at the airport to boost the numbers of staff handling.
Related to the Christmas and New Year festivities, the police have strategically deployed in key areas to patrol, foil and prevent crime.
The visibility that you see and other road policing measures, including snap checks, stop and search operations, are only a small part of the comprehensive security measures that we've put in place.
The police advocate for enhanced security protocols in homes, emphasizing awareness of moving patterns, proper supervision of children, and the adoption of technologies such as CCTV surveillance.
The tips on shopping, on shopping we encourage people to limit the amount of cash they carry, and we encourage more of cashless transactions, and being aware of surroundings. Shopping in places where security is guaranteed is very crucial during this period. Parking in well-lit areas, storing valuables out of sight.
The Joint Task Security teams have recovered 11 guns stolen from various sources, including police stations, security private companies, UPDF, and individuals holding firearms illegally. Among the recovered guns are 2 guns linked to the attack on Nekesa Babra Oundo, the NRM National Treasurer, accompanied by 60 bullets and 2 unused magazines. Ivan Kahwa and Dan Lukomwa, UBC News.
Speaker of Parliament Aneta Among has handed over 5 new cars to former Speakers of Parliament, including Professor Edward Rugumayo, Francis Butajira, Alhaj Moses Chigongo, and Edward Sekandi. The cars cost 2.5 billion, each costing 700 million Uganda shillings. The Speaker says that Parliament will cater for fueling of these cars, maintenance and salaries for the cars' drivers.
Professor Edward Rugumayo, who was the Speaker of Parliament from 1979 to 1980 after the ousting of Idi Amin Dada, Francis Butajira, who served as Chairman of the National Assembly in the 4th Parliament from 1980 to 1985, Alhaji Moses Chigongo, who served in the 5th Parliament as the Vice Chairman of National Resistance Council from 1980 to 1996, Edward Chiwanuka Sekandi, served from 2001 to 2011. These are former Speakers of Parliament who have been gifted with brand new cars. The Speaker Aneta Among presented these cars to them in a ceremony that was held at Parliament.
The Parliamentary Commission is also extending the same benefits, but limited to the monetary terms, to the former speakers and deputy speakers who either died in office or in retirement. We are providing them those benefits. I know that all of you are living in all of you, the living speakers and deputy speakers, are already getting your monetary benefits from the Parliamentary Commission.
According to the Speaker, fueling of these cars, maintenance, salaries of the drivers will be covered by Parliament, announcing also that these former speakers will be provided with brand new cars every after 5 years.
Feel free when you want to come over. When you see that there is something wrong that we are doing that needs to be corrected, we are always open to any advice.
Rebecca Kadaga, though absent, her car was also present.
But as Parliament of Uganda, 11th Parliament of Uganda, we thought it wise to appreciate you when you're still alive. And I want to thank the members of Parliament who felt and thought it wise that we must appreciate you. So we are supposed to look after you as per the Act, and we are doing this because of the Act.
You see, it's not really for us, but to recognize that we made some contribution to this country speaks a lot of volume, because the country is like a stage. We play our part and go. But to be forgotten is a terrible thing.
Among other benefits that a former speaker gets include a new housing allowance of 300 million shillings, a monthly pension of shillings 6.7 million, 6.4 million annually for medical treatment, 2 security guards all paid shillings 1.1 million per month, a senior personal secretary paid shillings 10.8 million annually, among others. Shamim Naiga and Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Relevant parties expected to take part in the January 2024 non-aligned movement and the G77 China Summit have been on test practice for the arrival of dignitaries expected to start on the 7th of January 2024. The test practice at Entebbe Airport focused mainly on the reception of protocols of the heads of delegations, who include presidents, vice presidents, among others.
Over the weekend, government of Uganda conducted a practice focusing on the arrival of dignitaries for the 2024 non-aligned movement and G77 plus China summits.
We are told that the first head of state will arrive on commercial and he will disembark with 4 people. So in our assumption is that the 4 people are the main, these are the ones that form the main presidential delegation.
It is an 18th in terms of heads of delegations who are not heads of state and special case, plus other delegates who are coming with heads of state are going to be using the commercial terminal. It's very important that we ask ourselves, suppose 5, 6 vice presidents have arrived as us, we have the facilities here in the commercial terminal.
Before the mock-up, the team led by the summit's National Organizing Committee chairperson, Lukomwa, convened for a pre-planning session at Entebbe. In this meeting, key focus was about receiving heads of delegations.
Usually airlines will not allow anyone to go in to receive the head of state. What we will require the protocol official who is coming to meet the person is that they stand with the station manager at the door. So the crew will be alerted that he's the one who comes out first.
We tend to really delay presidents waiting for luggages, even the ones that come with private jets. Can we have a process where really the president leaves the airport?
We expect in the range of 10 to 12 minutes to process a VIP from here to the other terminal, including if we minimize the number of people that are in the receiving line.
Shortly after the meeting, the first scenario was a flight carrying the President of the Republic called the African Union, who arrived at Entebbe Airport at 12:34 a.m. on Sunday on a commercial flight. At the terminal, the President was received together with his delegates by Uganda's cabinet minister. He was later driven to the old airport where he was received by a cabinet minister, the CDF, IGP and Commissioner General of Uganda Prisons. The African Union President was accorded a guard of honor before being ushered into the VVIP wing as he waited for the clearance. After a clearing process which lasted for almost only 20 minutes, the head of delegation was seen off to speak Hotel Munyonyo for a night.
This is a simulation of what exactly will be the true story come 18th January 2024 here at Entebbe Airport, when Uganda will be receiving heads of government and dignitaries.
Along Entebbe Munyonyo Highway, both police and UPDF was deployed to offer maximum security for the summit activities. At Speak Hotel Munyonyo, there was another team led by a cabinet minister to usher in the head of state and his team. Having received only 60% out of 100, the participating teams including Foreign Affairs Ministry, Civil Aviation Authority, Police, SFC, Media among others, reconvened on the morning of Sunday 17th December 2023 to assess the previous exercise.
Madam Chair, while at VVIP, the head of state was ushered in through the normal procedures we had agreed on, the ceremonies, the street guard, and was ushered in the launch. And thereafter, the convoy was organized and transferred to Munyonyo.
The preview meeting was chaired by the bitter, non-compromised and result-oriented Lukomwa.
What do you understand by a dry run? Madam, we understood the principle of the dry run.
The meeting focused on correcting the previous mistakes, which among others included slow flow of information among coordinators, poor timekeeping, among others. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces, serving under the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, has handed over Villa Somalia State House and Parliament security responsibility to Somalia Security Forces. The grand ceremony took place at Villa Somalia in the presence of the United Nations representatives and officials from the federal government of Somalia.
UPDF successful operations began in March 2007, dislodging Al-Shabaab in various locations, protected vital installations, and provided protection to Somalia government officials. Uganda People's Defense Forces have secured and protected these vital installations for the last 16 years. UPDF have so far handed over 640 bases, State House Villa, and the Parliament building.
As UPDF, we are greatly honored to have protected 5 presidents consecutively, right from the then interim president, His Excellency Abdullahi Yusuf, in 2007 to the current president, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed. In the last 16 years, UPDF has protected and secured the vital installations like Mogadishu Seaport, Villa Somalia, Parliament, and offered VVIP security protection to State House staff and to some extent to the presidents of federal member states against Al-Shabaab suicide attacks. We continue to be confident that Somalia security forces will be in a position to take over security responsibility of their country.
Currently, Somalia security forces effectively manning the 640 operation bases that were handed over in Phase 1. The special representative of the chairperson of African Union Commission and the head of ATMIS, Muhammad Al-Amin Siyuf, noted that the handover of State House and Parliament security was a significant step in the resumption of ATMIS drawdown of Phase 2. In attendance, Katrina Lang, United Nations Special Representative, and Lieutenant General Samo Kideng, ATMIS Force Commander, among others. Haruna Mtesasira, UBS News.
The Constitutional Court has indicated to announce a verdict on notice in a petition filed by activities challenging the recent anti-homosexuality law. This comes after parties agreed to adopt written submissions. The case was filed by civil society organizations and Makerere University law don Subia Tamale against the Attorney General.
The parties represented by lawyers have appeared before a panel of 5 justices of Constitutional Court, presided over by the Deputy Chief Justice Richard Buteera, Justice Geoffrey Chiriabwire, Muzamini Mutengula Chibedi, Justice Monica Mujenyi, and Justice Christopher Gashirabake. Among the petitioners is Makerere University professors Sylvia Tamale, Kakumba Businje, human rights advocate Nicholas Opio, West Budama Member of Parliament Fox Odoi, Andrew Mwenda, and several civil society organizations. The petition was filed against the Attorney General, born-again Pastor Martin Sempa of Makerere Full Gospel Church, and Family Life Network. In the packed Constitutional Court, parties asked court to adopt the written submissions before it.
Our expectation is that the court has been seized with our pleadings. We hope the court will take the opportunity to address the question in the room, whether the Ugandan Constitution protects every single member of our society, irrespective of their sexual orientation or gender identity. We hope the court will not rely on a procedural argument, but address the substantive human rights question that we have put before them. They have the opportunity to draw a line under this argument once and for all.
Justices indicated to deliver their judgment on notice. The petitioners are challenging the recent anti-homosexuality law, alleging that it infringes on the rights and freedoms, including freedom of speech and freedom of association of gay persons. With this, they want court to quash the law. The respondents contend that the passed law is in line with the ethics and morals in the country, which prohibits same-sex marriages among other grounds.
I call them Democrats because instead of promoting democracy, they are promoting democracy. So they want us to cancel the law by pen. That's number one. Number two, I'm also prepared to go all the way because now we are part of the respondents. Even if the Constitutional Court decides to cancel, we will appeal to the Supreme Court. We will go to the highest court. We will go back. We will appeal. We are prepared to fight for the future of our children, and we will do whatever it takes.
President Museveni warned this country. He said to this country, if you are to retain cultural integrity, do not be prostitutes by longing for donor aid.
Yes.
Let us work, let us support our children.
Yes.
The Anti-Homosexuality Act is protecting the very foundations. Yes. The Constitution, for God is my country, for cultural integrity, that children should not be exposed to this matter.
Yes.
Protecting ourselves against sexual tourism.
Yes.
We opt to defy, we opt to deny, yes. We opt to parent our children. Yes. So let this country protect its constitutional foundations. Short of that, this is what awaits you, 10 years, 20 years, emasculation, female genital mutilation.
President Yoweri Museveni assented to the anti-homosexuality law on 29th May 2023, making it illegal for those involved in the homosexuality activities and those who promote it. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
The FDC faction that operates in Katonga is to join National Unity Platform under the umbrella of Forces of Change on the 20th of December to pray for the country. They are looking at praying for unemployment and labor export, drug stockouts in hospitals, among other challenges in the country. While addressing the media at Katonga, the Acting Secretary General, Harold Kaija, also called on religious leaders to spread the gospel of peaceful transition as they preach during the festive season.
The faction of Forum for Democratic Change Party in Katonga has updated the media about their ongoing exercise of structure building across the country, and so far they have covered 50% of the districts.
I've done good work here in Buganda. There's a lot of work being done in Busoga, Abokedi, Lango, Acholi. We want to look at West Nile, Bugisu, Teso.
The party has issued Christmas messages urging those who have to share with those who do not have. The Acting Secretary General, Harold Kaija, encourages members of the public to make these celebrations simple by desisting from bad behavior.
I encourage you to make it simple. Don't steal somebody's food, don't pick a loan to celebrate Christmas. Steal because you want to buy a gomesi. And even the women, do not separate. On that note, we want to call upon religious leaders to use the birth of Jesus to speak to these people who have robbed from us, who have oppressed us, who have squeezed us.
On 20th December, some opposition parties under the umbrella Forces of Change, like FDC in Katonga, will join National Unity Platform at Makere Kavule to pray for the country.
Our members to come and join that prayer. Taking our opportunities. Many of our people are not employed. People are dying in hospital without medicine. They have stolen money meant for the road, and people are dying of accidents. People have lost their pride. You find our girls selling themselves to have something to eat. Many of our kids are dying in the Middle East.
I'm Nafka Farida, reporting.
Minister of State for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Frank Tumwebaze, has encouraged coffee farmers to form district-based associations for a better coffee industry and more support from government. Tumwebaze was officiating at the launch for distribution of wet processing equipment in Kampala to 75 coffee farmers, processors and farmer group across the country. He pledged government support in ensuring that farmers produce high-quality coffee.
To improve coffee quality, increase farmers' income and reduce losses from prolonged drying periods, 75 coffee farmers have today received wet processing equipment. The giveaway was launched by the Minister for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, who encouraged farmers to form associations. The Executive Director of Uganda Coffee Development Authority, Emmanuel Iyamuleme, said the machines are to help farmers produce high-quality coffee.
For the last 8 years, the government of Uganda through UCDA has been providing seedlings to the farmers. But we have reached a stage where many farmers are now harvesting their coffee, but want to see how they can maximize from the output.
He encouraged them to only pick live coffee cherries that can match the machines.
Firstly, brought in equipment which can improve quality. If farmers harvest unripe cherries, they will not use this equipment because the equipment for it to remove the husk or the skin, the coffee has to be mature.
The Bishop of Ankole Diocese, Sheldon Mwesigwa, appreciated the gesture, support and partnership from government to the coffee farmers.
The machine that has been given us will be very helpful in working with the people surrounding us to bring their coffee, and then we are able to produce quality coffee.
The wet processing equipment, given at a free cost from government through UCDA, will produce 1 metric ton per hour. Jane Nyuramchia reporting for UBC.
Today marks a key moment in the fight against climate change as a Biofinance Limited and the Uganda Institute of Banking and Financial Services recognize outstanding efforts by organizers and companies dedicated to mitigate environmental challenges. Award recipients have pioneered innovative approaches such as converting waste into valuable resources, promoting beekeeping and cultivating medical trees.
Those who have shown exceptional dedication to combat climate change seem committed to inspiring sustainable practices.
The whole idea is to transition from carbon emissive to a carbon neutral world, and you can say organization. It can be as simple as we want to use solar, and therefore because we are using solar, there is less gas or the less carbon being produced by the energy producing companies. Or we want to harvest water so that national water doesn't have to pump water. That is all transitioning in small ways. Or we want to have energy saving lights. Or we want to recycle. Or we actually want to use computers as opposed to paper.
The ceremony highlights the need of increased support and funding, emphasizing the significance of investing in organizations fostering environmental resilience.
We are dealing with things from a green point of view. Green, from the environment side, addresses matters to do with climate change. I'm sure we're all aware of climate change and its impact now. We're having longer droughts. Rains are falling too much. The droughts are longer. Nothing is what Insenene delayed. Can you believe? We nearly didn't get Insenene. You know, that for me I think drove home the impact of climate change. And so from a green point of view, we tend to feel it more from climate change.
And we've been doing this trying to remind people and inform people about the role of conservation and why they need to participate. It's not anybody's job to conserve, it's everybody's job. So anyone, young, old, men and women, it's all your task.
These awards underscore the vital role of collaboration between financial institutions and environmental champions to address climate change and create a more sustainable future.
We are very, very grateful for this Green Finance Award from the Institute of Bankers and Partners for recognizing our efforts in turning waste into useful and environmental friendly products.
So this one, I think, if we keep on improving on our production, this will encourage more people and come, they take our product. Then also this one will reduce the number of trees being cut in those villages or in the forest.
The event highlights the role played by these organizations in addressing climate change, encouraging investment and collaborative efforts that fosters creating a greener and more sustainable world. Justin Nakami, Juma Nsamba, UBC News.
We thank you so much for watching. We'll take a very short break. On return, we have more. Please keep it with us.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Wait, Titus, you need to take your medicine.
But Mom, they are playing without me.
Here, swallow your medicine fast. I don't want you to get another headache from that infection.
Medicines help us feel better when we are ill, but sometimes they can cause side effects. By reporting side effects, you help us learn about the medicine we use. This improves quality of care for each patient. Always report suspected side effects to NDA. Together, we can make medicines safer for everyone. This message is brought to you by National Drug Authority with support from Global Fund.
News tonight. Welcome back from the break. Taxi operators under the umbrella organization Uganda Taxi Operators Federation want to meet the Ministry of Transport officials to make consensus on the fares to be charged during the Christmas festive season. The development comes after members of parliament raised concerns over exorbitant transport fares by the motorists on routes of Uganda ahead of the Christmas season.
Taxi Operators Federation Rashid Sekandi said that the slight increase in transport fares during the festive season comes as a result of high prices of fuel and lack of passengers coming back to Kampala from rural areas. Taxi operators will come up with the official fares chart to be communicated to the public after the meeting with the Minister of Transport on Wednesday 20th.
Nze tumanyi ezijja okwongezaamu konadala nga Masaka babadde ku mitwalo 2. Oyinza okuzisanga ng'eri ku mitwalo 2 n'ekitundu. Mbalala babadde ku 3, oyinza okwesanga bongeddemu omutwalo. Mbale ku ssente eza bulijjo bajja kwongeramu 15,000. So naye ebisale bino nga bwe tubyogedde tujja bikakasa olunaku lwokusatu nga tusinkanye minisitule y'ebyentambula tusheyalinge nayo okulabika nti ebikkiriza kubanga bibakama baffe tulina okubanga tutambulira ku kwejjenga.
Taxi operators at various stages in Kampala anticipate a slight increase in fares to upcountry to allow drivers recover operating costs because there will be no passengers returning to Kampala during the Christmas holidays.
Seera bina amafuta galinyeemu ate ekirala katusaabaza abantu bagenda mu nnaku nkulu tetuli beeteefuteefu kwongeza bisale naye tuyinza okwongeramu 2,000 oba 3 oba 5 olw'ensonga y'amafuta ate bwe tugenda gye tulaze tudda tuli beereere.
Meanwhile, a dispute has erupted between Kireka Twezimbe Taxi Drivers and Conductors Association and Kireka Drivers and Conductors Agali Awamu Association over the management of Kireka Tax Park, with each side accusing the other of discrimination and harassment.
They threaten that they are coming to attack us at our work, which we are not going to allow, and they should stop what they are doing. For us, we are members of NUTCO, and we are members. Therefore, anything concerning our work, they should first of all consult NUTCO, because for us, we are members of NUTCO.
The clash over the management of the Kireka Tax Park has attracted the intervention of the National Union of Drivers, cyclists and allied workers and Uganda Taxi Operators Federation to resolve the matter.
Aluwa y'aba driver abo twababuuza obuzibu buva ku ki ne batulaga nti abakulembeze ba stage babataddeko olutalo ng'ate abamu ba driver baawo bakadde nga kuliko ne bafawunda ba stage eyo ne beekyusiza ne babagoba kubanga tebaagala muntu ayogera ku bya accountability ku stage n'entambuza y'emirimu ne tugamba no eyo ensonga y'emu ku buvunaanyizibwa bwe tulina.
Gali awamu which has reported to Ezimbe to hit off, condemning that they don't make a report to them, they don't make accountability, they are chasing them from the state. But these are different associations. One is called to Ezimbe and the other is Agali Awamu. So Agali Awamu is reporting to Ezimbe to Yutof.
Sada Mubale, Clement Wangira, UBC News.
In the heart of Kampala's city centre, hustling streets that once thrived with shoppers are now experiencing a visible slope in turnout compared to last year. The festive ambience usually associated with Christmas preparations seems subdued by the season.
The world over has been celebrating the 25th of December as the birth of Jesus Christ. Each country marks the occasion in its unique way with specific preparations. And for Christians, there are special preparations for the day. This year, the usual passion still holds, although in downtown Kampala, it appears to be lacking. In the past years, downtown Kampala was a bustling atmosphere with Christmas-oriented business starting as early as September. City traders are concerned after their businesses seem not to gain momentum as the festive season nears.
Christmas tenabatambulira bulungi lwa nsonga abantu tubalaba tuyiyeewo emmali yineze naye abantu tubalaba yenga tuyimba bbiribbiri. Ekyaddala abantu bo tebalina ssente baavu kubanga eno Desemba yatandikanga bwe muyingira ogw'e12 mumanya muli mu sizoni naye obudde buno ekyaddala abantu baavu.
Negative predictions appear, and this might be one of the slowest seasons. Some traders attribute this decline in activity to the Kampala Capital City Authority, which has deployed enforcers to implement the no back to street vending. Of course, the crackdown affects vibrancy of shopping activity downtown.
Akesisi batuzoganya naye nga gwe mulimu gwabwe naye nga ate naffe era tetulina kyakola naffe kwe kubala kuno kwe tulina okuyiyiza ekyokulya kuba ate bwonkwata nga nzibye nagwo ate musango mulala ate bwembeera wano nga ate enkola era wano nga njiya wano ate nagwo musango era mulala.
But some observers link the situation to the changing economic, where customers face financial constraints.
Ebintu bitwali tuzibikire bya COVID okusasula rent n'okusasula amabanja agali gatuli obubi gaggwa kakati saawa zino ebintu byaddayo biri butereevu nnyo.
Embeera ya Christmas yo nga weeyimiridde saawa zino abantu mwe bali naye okugula tekunaba kubeera kulungi era nga wobalaba abantu bakyali bamuswaba naye era nga ffe abasuubuzi kitunyize nnyo olw'embeera nti era Desemba nga mukimanyi nti Christmas balina okugula ebintu bino naye babadde tebannakola kye twetegekedde ffenna.
So as the city enters Christmas season, the slow sales in Kampala Business Hub is a worry to traders. Justin Nakami in Kampala.
I got it. What do you mean you got it? Have you won a lottery?
Yes, this is kind of like a lottery to me.
Let me see. say Yoweri sits now.
Yes, exactly my point. See, I had tax areas that had accumulated for a while now, and I was burdened by the penalties and the interest. But guess what? All I had to do was to pay my principal tax, and now I'm free.
What?
Yes.
How? I mean, it's impossible.
It is possible. The government has done it. Yes, the government has given a chance to all taxpayers to pay their outstanding principal tax that accrued until 30th of June with no interest or penalties.
But now they're really
Imagine, yes! So yeah, all you have to do is simply pay your principal tax and enjoy the waiver on penalties and interest. And this goes up to the end of December 2023.
How do I do that to also enjoy the waiver?
All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax to benefit from waiver on interests and penalties that runs till end of December 2023. Pay your outstanding principal tax using the available payment channels or simply dial *285# or visit the nearest URA office for guidance before 31st December 2023. Remember, this chance comes only once.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Junko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Junko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Sports news tonight. It is day 2 of the Inter-University Games at the Uganda Christian University in Mukono. More than 1,000 athletes are competing in 16 sports disciplines, including netball, volleyball, basketball, swimming, and chess, among others. In football, Bugema University played to a goalless draw against Kampala University. Nkumba University were exceptional in netball, defeating Soroti University 86-21, Mobs defeating Gulu University, Kampala University defeating Bishop Stewart. Chambago University beat Mountains of the Moon, while Victoria University were the surprise package in the netball, defeating Soroti University with a difference of 117 goals. In volleyball, Bugema University defeated Mountains of the Moon in straight sets. Action resumes Tuesday in a week-long event with the climax set for Saturday.
In place to ensure that we have a fair competition so that the sporting experience will be a true reflection of genuine talent and abilities of our students, sportswomen and sportsmen. It is our prayer that this edition of the House Games 2023 at UCU will be a remarkable showcase of sports talent, teamwork and friendship, so that even beyond the games, we shall remain friends and build lasting camaraderie.
Always in the podium, 1, 2, 3 positions, but we have a challenge that Makerere and the Makerere University Business School We both have the same almanac or timetable. So our students are doing exams while playing or participating, and it is not good because some players are missing here and here. But however, I promise that the coaches have worked and prepared them. Whoever is around will be playing, and we expect them to put up maximum performance to see that we maintain the podium.
Right now, as you see in the background, we are having a game against mobs, and our expectations in this game, we have been training a lot, and we do expect much and big results out of this game. Though mobs, they are a bit experienced, but we are promising to put a good fight as Bishop's University.
I expect to perform to my climax. I expect the team to perform well. I personally have to deliver. I'm a goal shooter. I have to shoot for the team. I have to stand there for the team as a senior player. I have to be exemplary and to see my team excelling. If at all, we can make it to the best top 4.
For the teams, the best. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakuni and the whole team. We'll catch you at 10 p.m. with another arrangement of News Tonight. For now, we'll leave you with Nante Zahia, a colleague that has the weather update.
With the latest weather forecast from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. The southern part of our country is having scattered rains, while the north we are still having dry and hazy conditions, and this is due to the Libyan Ridge and the Arabian Ridge that are pushing in dry winds and pushing the rain belt further south of the country. That's why the southern sector is still having some rains, but we expect a reduction of rains because we are transiting to the dry season. In the morning, central, we expect most areas to be with sunny intervals. Eastern, we expect some light showers in Jinja and Toro, while Soroti, we expect sunny conditions. The western stretch, we also expect sunny intervals, and the north, we also expect sunny conditions in most areas. Later on in the afternoon, temperatures are expected to rise to 28 in Kampala and Mubende, 27 for Masaka. Nakasongola, we expect a maximum of 29 with sunny intervals. Eastern, we expect a maximum of 29, that is for Jinja and Toro. Soroti, we expect a maximum of 31 with sunny intervals. Western, we expect a maximum of 30 in Kasese. Masindi, we expect a maximum of 29. Mbara, we expect a maximum of 27. And Kabale Highlands, we expect a maximum of 23 with sunny intervals. In the north, most areas, we expect a maximum of 31. Lira, we expect a maximum of 30. And Arua, we expect a maximum of 28 with sunny intervals. Elsewhere, Nairobi, we expect a maximum of 25 with sunny intervals. Dubai, we expect a maximum of 28 with sunny intervals. Cairo, we expect a maximum of 23 with sunny conditions. And London, we expect a maximum of 12. That's all we had for you from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. For more info, log on to our website. Have a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. (1950s) and early 1960s non-aligned movement. The countries of the non-aligned movement represent nearly 2/3 of the United Nations members and contain 55% of the world's population. Membership is particularly concentrated in countries considered to be developing countries, although the non-aligned movement also has a number of developed countries gained the most traction in 1950s and early 1960s when the international policy of non-aligned